I started my career in child welfare 17 and a half years ago. And during that journey, I came across, as you can imagine, a lot of parents who had had their children removed from them due to incarceration, or they were on a diversion plan and they weren't able to care for their children during that process. There was a colleague across the hall from me that had a sign above her desk that said, "Help me remember for every client I see by just a quick twist of fate could be me." And 4 years into that work, it was me. My dad caught a 10-year prison sentence, and my mom got involved in the justice system and was in and out for over a decade. And during that season of life, I, as someone who worked in the system, thought that I could juke and jive it because I had lots of connections to resources and I knew people. And if I could just get her some more support with this probation officer, or if I could just get her a different thing here at the court, or if there was a better detox center, or I mean, frankly, I became an addict to her addiction and I've never even put a cigarette in my mouth in my life. I just thought I could fix and solve and save because I thought I knew best. Um, but I didn't, and I couldn't want it more than her, and I surrendered to that, and she ended up shortly after that catching another charge, and she, by a lot of different grace and variables, was able to stay out of incarceration, but she was sentenced to the highest level of community control here in Florida, and it was her probation officer that ended up having the most impact on her life. It wasn't all the detox centers and all the time she'd been in and out of jail or all the different services she had received. It was that, you know, person who saw her. It was the person who remembered her children's names. She had let all of us down. She didn't want to let them down. She got a little taste of success with her probation officer who looked at her instead of saying, if you mess up one time on this, this, or this is what's happening. It was, you can do this. You can do this. You have done the hardest part of this. You can do this. She got a little taste of success and she did not want to lose it. And so I'm here to say that I have a relationship that's healthy with my mom today, and she is living a sober life. And I give the credit to that really to her probation officer, who was a mentor and a guide and held her accountable in all the right ways, knew when to push, knew when to let up, and was a support to her that she had never received in the system.